student of mine. She was training a ton, fanatic, like intense. And a lot of people aren't forthcoming about prior violent experiences. She'd never said a thing. She stopped showing up. So I called her up. It's one of my students. I said, hey, you okay? It'd been 2 weeks I hadn't seen her. She goes, yeah, coach, I'll be back soon. And I could tell distress in her voice. She opens up and she says, late at night I'm studying and I should have been with a friend. She's walking. She senses she's being followed. She remembers, she's telling me, I heard your voice in my head. I couldn't believe I had to do it. My heart was pounding. I was so nervous. I turn around and I'm about 25 feet away and I went, hey, are you following me? I said it really loud and assertively. And the guy paused and there was no change in his body language. And he kind of did this and he just looked around and he stepped towards me and I fucking froze, coach. I was like, oh my God. Like from 20 feet, I went into that upright fetal like this. And he walked up to me and he grabbed my elbow and he said, if you cooperate with me, I won't hurt you. And he started to lead me towards the opening between two buildings. And she says to me at that point, I knew he was gonna rape me and I wasn't gonna let that happen again. It was the first time she had said again. And I knew something was up with her intensity in training, because for some people, the training is very cathartic. She said, oh my God, I gotta get in my stance, I gotta get in my stance. And then I remembered I'm in my stance. Because our stance, the Trojan horse metaphor, is I'm just gonna adopt the stance that I'm in. And then the person's gonna think, oh, this is congruent with the attack. She said, I got so calm when I realized it was in my stance. I realized what you had told me was true. So he starts to lead me and I stopped and I walk and he turns to look at me like, what are you doing? And I just started fucking gouging his eyes and clawing his eyes and smashing him in the face. And I said, what happened? He flinched and covered away. And I came right at him, screaming and clawing like fucking just blender. We called it, he's the banana, you're the blender. And he just pressed puree. And what he did, and listen carefully to this, she goes, and I'm gouging and smashing him in the face, and he kicked me and ran away. I said, so let me get this straight. The attempted rapist kicked you in self-defense to get away from you because you were beating the shit out of him. And I heard her laugh like some of you did, and that broke that potential deeper PTSD cycle, right? She just realized for the first time, I kicked a fucking predator's ass. I got bruised rib and I'm fucking alive and I didn't get attacked. What she did is she managed her fear.
It's not a martial art. You know, you can't learn a martial art in an 8-hour class, but you can learn to protect yourself. That vision of never seeing my kid again, you know, the vision of my family, you know, that's your motivation, you know, that's what you need to think of if you're ever attacked. Like, you gotta go home.
For 20 years that I had done martial arts, it's like I practiced getting out of a headlock. I never practiced the pre-context cues before somebody actually put me in a headlock.
I want my daughter to learn self-defense. This is what I wanted her to learn.